Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Favorite Album of the Year. Happy Monday and all that good stuff. You guys ready for 2014? I certainly am, as we wind down this very fun series looking at favorite albums from 1965 and onwards. We have hit this every single day since we started. We're going to be going right up to 2019, so we're taking this through the end of this week, and then we start on something new, right? That's how we do it here at Sea of Tranquility. So 2014, another really good year for music, especially prog and metal for me anyway. I think like the 2000s was just a really good resurgence for a lot of new metal bands, a lot of classic metal bands, good hard rock, and lots of prog. So kind of no different here with my pick and my runner-up. My favorite is a great comeback from a band that, legendary. One of my all-time favorite bands, okay? Some may say the originators of what we know as heavy metal today, okay? They certainly weren't the creators of metal, but they were the band that kind of made metal metal. If you know what I'm talking about, released July 8th, 2014, produced by Mike Exeter and Glenn Tipton. We're talking about Redeemer of Souls from the mighty Judas Priest. This was for me, a great comeback after the disappointment of Nostradamus. Now, all right, I know there's plenty of Nostradamus fans out there. I totally get that. But, there's no denying that Nostradamus was a disappointment from a sales perspective. A lot of fans dislike that album. I know that it has its fans, but that's quite all right. I am not a fan of Nostradamus. For me, Nostradamus was just a good idea that just kind of didn't work. All right, but that's a topic for another discussion. Redeemer of Souls. Fast, furious, classic Priest. Rob Halford in fine form. Okay, you've got, obviously no KK on this album. So here you've got basically, Richie Faulkner and Glenn Tipton doing all the guitar work on here, along with the rest of the cast of characters, Rob Halford, Ian Hill, and Scott Travis, right? A very, very strong album. I think that it's got a lot of songs, but for the most part, they all really, really work. And I just think this was the album sounds great. The songs are just what you want to hear from Judas Priest, fast and furious and heavy. You got Dragon Knot, Redeemer of Souls, the title track. You got Halls of Valhalla, which is absolutely amazing. All right, Sword of Damocles, March of the Damned, Down in Flames, Hell and Back, Cold Blooded. Love Cold Blooded. It's a little bit different for them. It's kind of stoner doomish. Really dig that a lot. Metalizer, Crossfire, Secrets of the Dead, Battle Cry, and Beginning of the End. And if you get the Digipack, you get a couple extra songs. You got Snakebite, Tears of Blood, Creatures, Bring It On, Never Forget. I just think it's a huge, huge sounding album. And I just love the cover art. Dig that a lot. This for me, when the year this came out, this is the album that I played most during the year, and that I still go back to. This and their more recent one, Firepower. Classic Priest for me. All right, just good stuff. So that's my favorite of the year. My runner-up, I went back and looked at some of the stuff that I picked in 2014, and I think my number 2 still holds up pretty damn well. I dig it quite a bit, and it's an album by a band that I love a lot, that I've talked a lot about here. Okay, obviously, and I've talked a lot about how this band has, made a transition over the last decade from a progressive death metal band to pretty much just a 70s style hard rock prog psych folk band. I'm talking about Opitz, Pale Communion. All right. This is a pretty cool and neat album, as it's got a lot of different flavors on it. Heritage is the one that came before it. You got Sorceress that came after it. So these are all the albums that Opeth have done since their move away from death metal. And this one's pretty interesting because I think this is their probably most complex and avant-garde sounding album, but I think it still works. It's still open. It still has the great melodic vocals, all the weaving dual guitar things and heavy riffs and little folky passages and beautiful, clean, vocals of Michael Ackerfeld and the great drumming and bass playing and the cool keyboards. It's all here. I dig it a lot. It's a really, really good album that, I still cherish, and I still listen to a lot of these Opeth albums, old and newer, right? Just a great band. So what else, you might be asking, kind of perpetuated my final kind of musings here that I was picking from. Except Blind Rage. Another really good one, man. Except in their comeback with Mr. Ternille on vocals, have been knocking out of the park each and every time. Uriah Heep, Outsider, another killer late period album from the Heapsters, man. Just love it. Primal Fear, Delivering the Black. Great power metal. Primordial, Where Greater Men Have Fallen, another excellent kind of, I guess you can call them an extreme metal band, Primordial from Ireland. They really don't fit into any neat category, but just really, really great. Exodus, Blood In, Blood Out. First album back with Steve Zetro Souza. Blues Pills, self-titled. Really good 70s style retro rock. AC/DC's Rock or Bust is another favorite of mine from that year. What else we got? Anathema, Distant Satellites. Evergrey, Hymns for the Broken. Transatlantic's Kaleidoscope. All right, another really, really good one. Van den Plas. Chronicles of the Immortals. Netherworld. Other good ones from, Brainstorm, Brain Dance, Mastodon, Cannibal Corpse, Glass Hammer, At the Gates. All sorts of good ones from this particular year. Good stuff from 2014. So you know how it goes, guys. List your favorite or favorites in the comments below. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer here. All sorts of good stuff came out in this year, so be curious to see what everybody else chooses here. So visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course. We're here on YouTube all the damn time. My pick, Judas Priest, Redeemer of Souls. Pale Communion by Opitz gets the run-up. So take care, guys. Coming right up, long-time Sea of Tranquility writer Simon Bray joining the show. We are going to do a point-counterpoint review of the new Dennis DeYoung CD, which is called 26 East Volume 1. So that's coming up momentarily, so you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned. More good stuff coming up. Tomorrow we got 2015 favorite albums of the year. Procol Harum ranking the studio albums either today or tomorrow. And then got some other review stuff. Going to review the new Sienna Root. Going to review the new Cirith Ungol. New Metal Church coming as well. New Total. All sorts of stuff happening. New Celeste came in, right? So we got plenty of things to talk about and discuss over the next week or so. So you don't want to miss any of it. So we'll see you guys real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.